this was all according to Zeke's motherfucking plan. Up, Whitey Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Attack on Titan chapter 106. And last chapter, a couple of big events happened. One, we found out that the attack on Marley was all according to Zeke's plan, and something that you Nerdigans said in the comment section was there were subtle hints of Zeke trolling everybody, which was just fucking awesome. And I guess I just didn't pick up on it. The other thing is that I'm just really curious about, because remember what we saw way back in the flashback is how long Zeke was coming up with this plan. I'm just really curious about this shit. Was it ever since he betrayed his parents or what? I'm just really curious about this shit. The other thing was there was a major death. Sasha died, and that's all the community was talking about for the past month, was Sasha dying. And here's the thing I have with Sasha's death. Yes, it was sad. It was really sad, but it was the reaction in the actual chapter to Sasha's death that really got me. Which was, like, prior to Sasha's death, everyone was saying, because we found out about, like, the casualties in the battle, that everyone was just like, they died for the cause, blah, blah, blah. After Sasha died, Connie and them went and attacked Levi and Aaron for this death. I was just like, huh? What? Like, I understand them crying, you know, by Sasha's body. I understand that shit. Go ahead and do that, but you were just saying, like a minute ago, or a minute prior to this shit, that they died for the cause. Like, it just really bewildered me. It really did. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but I just thought it was weird. Anyway, I'm sorry for this long intro, but it just needed to be said. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to chapter 106. If I were to tell you about something like this, I think that you'd get worried over it. Captain, the team that we sent ahead of us would have landed about 2 hours ago, but there's no news of them. I know that, but the second and third Reconnaissance team are you know, the third recon teams are preparing for landing. They've defeated the warrior corps as well as those devils from the island are menaces to the world. No matter what, that's the reality of the situation that will communicate back home to Marley. I wanted to ask you something. So at that time, 3 years ago, by that time, already things had probably changed. And this chapter is titled Volunteer Soldiers, and the wind's back to before the invasion of Marley. And I'm so glad we're getting this chapter. I really am, and I'm glad, and I'm curious how long this arc is going to last, because something that, you know, we had in the previous, you know, arc leading up to the Battle of Marley, we mainly got it from Rainer's point of view, we got it from the Marley's point of view. So and we did hear about this report about, you know, the stuff in Paradise Island. So I'm really glad that, you know, the manga chose to go this route, because I don't know if you guys were curious. I was really curious how the fuck Aaron got over to Marley in the first place, but two, what the fuck happened on Paradise Island? Because we only heard, like, brief report. We only heard about what was going on in Paradise Island in the reports. So this is going to be a really, I don't know how long this is going to last. If this is only going to be one chapter, I hope this is going to be multiple chapters. And what I'm hoping is going to happen is we're going to get the lead up to the actual attack on Marley. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And then, and you know what? I'm hoping is gonna happen here too. That we're gonna, you know, get the communications between Levi and Zeke, and we're gonna get confirmation on how long Zeke has been planning this shit. So, without further ado, now let's get to the actual chapter. And look at fucking Aaron here. He's lifted up this fucking ship. Look at this shit. Hang in there. It's a devil! Damn! I'm starting to think that maybe Titans were responsible for sinking the Titanic. Here we go. Everyone from Marley, hello, and welcome to Paradise Island. My name is Haji. You've come all this way by crossing the ocean. We're here to welcome you as guests. You must be so tired from your long trip, so feel free to come right this way for some tea. Please enjoy yourselves. By the way, you'll be one step ahead of the guests who'll be arriving. We'll be such close friends in no time. Don't you think so too, Niccolo-kun? Captain, please don't worry about me and shoot down these devils. What? What are you trying to say, Niccolo-kun? Oh my god. Oh my god, I love Levi's dialogue. Levi's dialogue has just been amazing lately. I don't even feel like associating myself with your cheap drama. Niccolo, listen up, you devils. Marley won't even lend an ear to you of filthy blood. It's not like I'm about to sit down and sip on a cup of pig's piss with you filthy lot. And you know what I'm very, very curious about, to be honest, because this seems kind of familiar here. And I'm very curious if Isayama, in regards to this scene, was inspired a little bit by what happened a while back with the flotilla, battle against with Israel and the flotilla scene. Very curious about that. Very curious. And the other thing is with regards to Marley. And I was just thinking about this, the battle against Marley. It kind of seems like it's kind of I'm very curious if Isayama got inspired by what's been. Well, maybe Isayama kind of predicted the future on this one. It was what's going on in Gaza, because between Israel and Gaza. Because what's been happening lately with Israel and Gaza, the violence has intensified, and also something that's been going on for a while is for those of you that are not up to world current events or world politics, and I'm probably at some point going to do this on my politics podcast that I run, discuss this, is something, and I've already talked about it before, is something that's going on, because I'm bringing this up mainly because Isayama has, confirmed that the Marley are supposed to be the Nazi, it was inspired by Nazi Germany, and the Aldeans were inspired by the Jews. But, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the world is against the Aldeans, they're against the Titans. And minus a few countries, it's the same thing. We kind of have that history is kind of repeating itself in a way. No, we're not going to get a Holocaust. It's not, that shit ain't going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. But you have the UN, which is a joke. I'm telling you, go look at that Human Rights and Women's Rights Committee. You will know why it's a joke. Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you have, the UN voting against Israel for, crimes against humanity when they're being attacked first. And what Israel does when they do their attacks, on Gaza, on Lebanon, on Syria, is they are very, very particular on where they're targeting. And they also give fair warning to, the Palestinians. And also, similar to what's going on here, with the Marley, is the Palestinians are, their fucking government is corrupt as shit, the PLO, and, or the Palestinian Authority, and they're actually they're aligned with Hamas now, a terrorist group. So this whole thing is just really making me think, is reminding me of, what's going on there with the majority of the world turning against Israel, minus a few countries. And what would be really interesting is to see if Isayama goes this route, is to see if there's a few countries around the world that ally with the Aldeans. I would love to see that. I hope Isayama goes this route. But anyway, let's keep going here. I'm going to repeat this line here. Listen up, you devils. Marley won't even lend an ear to you of filthy blood. It's not like I'm about to sit down and sip on a cup of pig's piss with you filthy lot, and that was not kosher. Do you really think it's okay to say that kind of insult? See, even Hachi knows. She knows. You didn't even see the Titan that's behind you. Anyway, I I wonder how you'll escape from here. We won't yield to the power of you devils. This is a greeting from Marley. Ah, eh? What? What? What's the meaning of this, Yelena? Yeah, go Yelena! Yelena shot that motherfucker in the head. And I'm just curious why Isayama didn't have any blood coming out of that head. But whatever. Toss away your weapons. You guys, do as you're told. Hanji, I'd be honored to accept your invitation. Let's have tea. I've wanted to meet you, Aaron. What the hell are their intentions? That huge girl shot her comrade to death. Who knows? It doesn't matter if they're allies or enemies. We definitely can't trust them. Don't fall asleep, Sasha! But they should have talked it out amongst themselves. It's unbelievably good luck for us to obtain information from them. Yeah, we're really lucky. It was only by chance that I could obstruct the enemy from landing. I had to do something about it. Damn straight Aaron had to do something about that shit. I see. So that's how this can even fire multiple shots. Of course, you know what? This does not surprise me about Hanji, like, really looking into the gun. She's in love with this shit. That's standard equipment issued to Marley's soldiers. Marley's soldiers are composed of 20,000 people per division. In total, there are 50 divisions, so roughly 1 million soldiers. Yeah, that is, you know... This is kind of like 300 if you think about it, but we're not going to die. And in addition to that army, we have a total of 21 battleships amongst 3 fleets. You know, this is really making me think of, oh my God, what is it? Remember if for those of you that know your history, you know that war that happened when Israel, like right after Israel was established as a state, and the countries that were that surround Israel were attacking it. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that situation, and it also reminds me of a couple of other wars that Israel's been through. And this was when the Russians were, because Israel's been able to take care of itself. Don't get me wrong. But like it reminds me of this war in particular because Israel was really Israel's been like numbers wise against all odds, but they somehow do it. So this really reminds me of that. I'm very curious if you guys think that Isayama is getting inspired by this, or I feel like that's the case. I haven't read any interviews, but if Isayama was inspired by this, because again, Eldians are Jews. That's what we're inspired by the Jewish people, the Jewish people's plight, especially in World War II. That's what Isayama has confirmed. I'm just going based off the Jewish history. I'm a Jew, so I kind of know these things. It's been engraved into my goddamn brain. Anyway, and in addition to that army, we have a total of 21 battleships amongst 3 fleets. On the other hand, we also have remarkable weapon developments. We've been concentrating our efforts on aviation war potential. Oh God, this is not good. Aviation? Don't be so scared. She'll look down on us. Understood. You tell him, Levi. You tell him. So, yeah, this is a time where I need to switch plushies. Switch plushies here. And also, this video might end up being, I'm just realizing this right now. I'm looking at where I'm at in the manga and looking at where we're at runtime. This video live reaction might be a little bit longer than my other ones. We'll see. But I'm doing this because you nerdigans have spoken a few times, and you guys want me to do like a full-on analysis while I'm especially while I'm doing Attack on Titan. So I'm definitely going to give you my full-on opinion while I'm doing this live reaction. I'm going to be very thorough with this chapter, because this chapter so far is really, really interesting. And fuck, Attack on Titan manga in general is very, very interesting. So, especially for me as a Jew. So yes, I'm going to keep going here. I probably should be wearing like some of my Jew gear here, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not. No, you guys can't see it. But on my wall, like over here, I have a Humsa on my wall that my stepmom gave me. So, but anyway, here we go. Let's keep going here. The point is that it'll cross over the sea and walls. The enemy will appear from the skies as a mobile weapon. Come from the skies? Hey, so Marley possesses this sort of power? So for at least a year, why didn't they flat out come to assault us? There are primarily two reasons. Even with the state-of-the-art weapons to strike Paradise Island, the pure Titans are difficult obstacles to deal with for landing. That makes sense. To Marley, it was our policy to confine the Eldian people within the walls, but on the contrary, it's because of their existence that Eldia was protected from the advancement of Marley. Hold on a second. But, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, this makes sense for why, another reason why, even after, Marley took over, this regime took over, it makes a lot of goddamn sense. You know, we did have the story with King Fritz was, discussed and shit like that, but I just keep thinking, like, maybe we'll get even more explanation in Attack on Titan Before the Fall. For those of you that have not read Attack on Titan Before the Fall, and I do cover it on this channel, Attack on Titan Before the Fall takes place 100 years before the events of the main story. And where we're at in Attack on Titan Before the Fall, we just got the gears, and we saw how the development of the how the gears were made, and it's really, really fascinating how how fast the technology was developed. And the gears that they're using right now, they've been using basically the same gears for 100 years. So it's very, very fascinating. I just wanted to point that out. I'm sorry I spoiled it a little bit, but I'm just thinking that maybe we'll get even more explanation in regards to this in Attack on Titan Before the Fall. I just have a feeling we're going to. But anyway, let's see. To Marley, it was our policy to confine the Eldian people within the walls, but on the contrary, it's because of their existence that Eldia was protected from the advancement of Marley, which is very true. Well, that's amusing. It really is. However, it'll be dawn soon. It'll be time for the Titans to become active, right? Now it seems as though we can casually have tea outside the walls. So, all of the Titans on the island have been killed? Is this the case? If so, what will you do about it? One way or another, Marley is informed of this? No, that's amazing. It's more than we expected. So what's the second reason? Because currently, Marley has broken into a state of war with several of our allied nations. Remember, World War II. This is World War II we're talking about here. So this makes a lot of sense. We got our allied nations here. And I'm just very curious if those allied nations we're at war with are going to come and defend the Eldians. Very curious about this, to be quite honest. Very, very, very curious. I don't think, because I know Marley was trying to try to bring them together and make a treaty and whatnot, and try to get the world to declare war on, or Eren got the world to declare war on him. But I'm just very curious if these allied nations that are at war with the Marley are just like, wait a minute, we're at war with these motherfuckers. The enemy of the enemy is my friend. So, yeah, the enemy of our enemy is my friend. So maybe we should do something. I'm very curious if this is going to be the case here, and I would love it if that is the case. Let's keep. Like, the reason why I'm bringing this up is this would be since a lot of the inspiration for Attack on Titan has been from World War II. The reason why I'm thinking about this is that this could be like a Russia situation in particular. Because remember, the Russians in World War II ended up allying with us near the end of the war. Even though they were being dicks, the Russians ended up, being complete dicks after that. And we ended up going to war with them anyway with the Cold War, and the Russians ended up being. Then we had Stalin in power and shit. But I'm just very curious if you guys think this is going to happen. This wouldn't surprise me at all. It would not. But anyway, let's keep going here. Okay, let me read this shit again, starting from here. Because currently Marley has broken into a state of war with several of our allied nations, to be honest, we're too preoccupied to even think about dealing with Paradise Island. Originally, you all were the reason that war broke out, right? The Jaw and Beast Titans, the pride of Marley's team of warriors, were defeated. The Colossal and Female Titans, you snatched away the main weapons of Marley. Marley happens to be the enemy of many nations. Foreign nations will unite in an instant to oppose them. See what I mean? The war has only just begun. And from your perspective, the people from the devastated country should hold a grudge against Marley. You seem to be a spy who infiltrated Marley's army, is that right? Yes, Yelena is! We know this. I'm right. I'm right? No wonder Marley was betrayed. It was due to your own motives and the fact that you don't have support, right? In terms of intel and such, well, we wouldn't call it something like that. My hometown was snatched away by Marley, and then we were drafted as soldiers. We were completely powerless. Very much sounds like a couple of things that's happened in history. It sounds like the Russian Japanese war, and it definitely sounds like World War II as well. For those of you that don't know about the Russian-Japanese war, and I found out about this about my own family not too long ago, because my mom in particular, is looking up our family history because we found out we have a genetic disorder in our family that apparently runs in Jews that causes like various cancers, and my mom is a carrier of that, so I have to get checked out for that. But that's a different thing. So in regards to this was back in the early 1900s, and this is around like after this war in particular. That's where Golden Commonwealth takes place, by the way. What was going on in Russia at that time is the Russians were forcibly drafting Jews from the ghettos and shit. So, and it was the same thing with Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany was forcibly drafting people as well into the Nazi into the army. So I'm glad that Isayama is doing this shit. We were in a situation where we were losing our strong will to rebel against this large nation. That is, until he guided us. Oh, Zeke! Zeke, you son of a bitch! A fearsome titan who was called a devil by the people in the world in Marley. But to me, he looked like something else completely different. He's a god. We were helpless, but he showed us that there was hope. We shot down a high-ranking officer under the orders of Zeke Yeager. We are volunteer soldiers from the anti-Marley faction. Zeke! You son of a bitch! Zeke! That's sneaky. Oh, Zeke! Like, this is why I'm really growing to love Zeke. And last chapter really showed it as well. Was Zeke just trolled the fuck. Zeke was trolling the fuck out of all the Marley motherfuckers. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Our purpose is the liberation of the Eldian people. Yes! Zeke Yeager's demands are as follows. Within that time that he has left, he is to be accepted by Paradise Island. Okay. And as for his younger half-brother, who is endowed with the Founding Titan, he is to meet with Eren Yeager. On the condition that the safety of Paradise Island is guaranteed, we will begin to offer the latest technology for weaponry. Ooh, this is good. And you know what's gonna happen? It might happen depending on how this chapter ends, it might happen next month. But what I'm really excited to see in particular, and this is when we're going to get back to Paradise Island, so I can't wait to see this conversation between Zeke and Eren, because Zeke is going to probably answer all the questions that we have, and like fill in the holes about what that Grisham, because remember, Grisham's diary only had mentioned Zeke betraying them, but it doesn't have anything else. Zeke is going to fill in those holes for us, and I'm really excited to see that. Very curious if you guys think that's the case, but I'm so excited for this. Oh, I'm so excited for this conversation. And we will also become intermediaries to existing friendly nations. Yes! And provide support for intelligence gathering as it relates to Marley. Yes, I was right. See, before even reading this part of the chapter, I was fucking right. I was fucking right. See, the enemy of our enemy is our friend. Yes, I was right. It's not certain that anyone or anything will survive, even though the survival of the Eldian people is our objective. That's out of the question. Are you seriously buying into such a stupid story? Our enemy is the Beast Titan, right? He transformed the villagers of Ragako into Titans. He stuck fear into everyone within the walls. Wasn't he the ringleader who massacred the Survey Corps until they were on the verge of being annihilated? Such impudence! How dare he? You know what? I'm just thinking about this. I'm thinking about Zeke's motive here. Thinking about this now that we're getting this information about Zeke. And we're going to get confirmation of this when Zeke has this conversation with Eren. Is that Zeke did this. Zeke did what he did to protect the Eldian people. I think this is going to be the reason. I think he started planning this shit when he was a kid. I really, really do. I fucking believe it. Because the more I'm reading this, it just makes sense. But anyway, let's keep going here. Their motive has been consistent from the beginning to recover the Founding Titan. It's not like we'd resort to friendly talk and negotiations just because brute force didn't work. That's something the enemy should be aware of as well. But firstly, we ought to listen to the terms of the leader from their delegation. I'll continue with Zeke. We'll resolve all of the Eldian's problems. We'll resolve all of the Eldian people's problems in a single blow. A secret plan was left behind. In order to conduct that secret plan, it requires some things. The Founding Titan, and a Titan who possesses the blood of the royal family, and that is Zeke. Remember, Zeke has the blood of the royal family. If those two were to be assembled, the world would then be saved. However, the secret plan will be divulged and can only be done once all the conditions have been met. I can't stand listening to it. It's something that will severely underestimate, but it's true. I remember it. Just once I was able to activate the power of the Founding Titan. For a moment, I came in contact with the Titan possessing the blood of the royal family, aka his stepmom. So that's why we need Zeke, because Zeke is, oh my god. What if Zeke thought about that? Oh my god, if Zeke knew about this, if Zeke had figured this out, like when he was young, that Grisham would go on to do, to have to have a family and have Eren. If he knew this, oh my god, Zeke, if you knew this from the time, if this has been going all according to your plan, that you planned since you were a kid, woo, you will be on the Troll God Pantheon. I will make you like the Athena of the Troll God Pantheon, because this shit is brilliant. This shit is goddamn brilliant. The face of that Titan was the same as the person in the photograph that my father left behind. It was the same as Dina Fritz's face. By chance on that day, for an instant, I touched Dina Fritz, who was wandering as a pure Titan, so that predicament was theorized. In other words, it's clear that Dina's son is Zeke, right? Yes! Thank you, Eren! As a means to circumvent the vow to renounce war, it's the only hope left for us Eldian people. There are tens of millions of Titans that are dormant within the walls. The Titans will trample the world. That condition is the activation of the earthen rumbling. Oh my god! Oh my god, this shit is gonna be so good! Oh my god, I cannot wait for this shit! Oh my god, I am so excited for what's gonna happen! Oh my god! Oh my god, this shit is gonna be so fucking... Oh my god, I'm just thinking about this. And the next fight we're gonna have against the Marley... Woo! And possibly against the world... Ooh! Ooh! This is gonna be some good fucking shit! Aaron, why have you been so silent about all of this up until now? Because I was worried about what would happen to Astoria. I couldn't let her become a Titan based on my unreliable information. I thought about this. It was a rash decision, but I'll admit to it. We'll listen to that closely later. But if we were to assume that this to be true, that means this would be consistent with Zeke's secret plan. Zeke! Oh my god! Oh my god, Zeke. I'm telling you, when Zeke has this conversation with Aaron, we'll get confirmation on how long Zeke has been planning this shit and how long this has been according to his plan. And I'm still thinking that it's been ever since he was a kid. Ever since that time he betrayed everybody. I think this has just been going all according to his plan. And once we get confirmation of that, he will be in that troll god pantheon. He will be. He will be in that troll god pantheon. He will be the Athena of the troll god pantheon. Because I'm sorry, he ain't gonna be the Zeus. No. He ain't gonna be the Zeus or the Jupiter of the troll god pantheon. Because, thing is, no one is gonna beat fucking, Saito and, oh my god, and Fred in regards to trolling. It's just not gonna happen. But damn, Zeke, oh my god, are you insane? You feel as though we can trust those guys? He's right, there are many enemies. You won't know what will happen if you stay on the island. All of them should be hung to death. No, we can't do that either. In order to protect this island from Marley's recon ships, we need the power of the volunteer soldiers and her comrades. If we don't have wireless communications, we are the first recon ship team. Please respond. We are the second recon ship team. Thank goodness we are stranded. Please quickly send help. We'll head straight towards you. We'll head straight toward you. Send over your location info. Understand? Stand that inlet, huh? What's the plan? Relax. 2 recon ships are headed your way. Hey, are you safe? You'll be all right. The Colossal Titan? How? That's the enemy. The ship is done for. Huh? Jump in. Welcome to the dirty island of the filthy devils. Enjoy our hospitality. Help yourself to some pig piss. Yeah! Oh my god, Levi! Oh! Oh, Levi! Oh my god! I love you, man! Levi! Snap! Snaps for Levi! Oh my god! It's fine if you refuse. You don't have permission for landing. It'll be tough, but you can swim back home. Back then it was fun. I don't know who that Colossal Titan is! It's my baby! It's my man! Certainly as Eldians, we're feared and hated by the world, and yet we don't even know the faces of those from across the sea. But as for those people from across the sea, they weren't only enemies. Let's manufacture the most needed things for this island. This is called a harbor. And you know what? I wonder if this is why... No, this isn't why we saw the ship, the shit that's going down in Before the Fall. For those of you that haven't read Before the Fall, we know about... for those that have read Before the Fall, we know about the laboratory. We know about this shit. We know. Oh, I can't wait to see how far it's come. Oh my god. A harbor, eh? Kids would be delighted. This isn't a playground. I wonder if they'll even build a mixed-gender bathhouse. It's a hot springs, you pervert! Fucking Gene, you bastard! Will there be anything delicious? It's not... Sasha, just stop, Sasha. It's not about food. This is a location where you can safely dock your ship. I see. So with the ships that we seize, we can use them to establish commerce with others in the sea. That's right, Miss Hanji. This is a place that'll connect you with the world. That's amazing, Onion Coupon. And I know you nerdy kids want me to say this, that we got a token black. So I'm gonna say it, we got a token black. But I swear to God, if Onion dies, that'll be just so messed up. But where are the children going to play? Hot Springs is important too. By the way, oh my God, Sasha, really? By the way, Anya Compo, oh sorry, by the way, Anya Gopon, how is your skin black? Sasha, you just do not ask why people are black. Just, oh my God. The one who created us had this way of thinking, that it'd be more interesting to have different types of people. The people who become titans, the subjects of Amir, are the same. We all exist because he desired it. Oh my God, Isayama. That was a great explanation. Hold on, I gotta change. I think I might need to change plushies to Armin again. Yes, I gotta change plushies to Armin. Hold on a second. What I really love about this answer that Isayama gives us, I want to read it again because I really love it. I really, really love Anyankapo's answer. I love Anyankapo's answer. I think it's so great. I want to read it again. The one who created us had this way of thinking that it'd be more interesting to have different types of people. The people who become titans, the subjects of Amir, are the same. We all existed because he desired it. The thing I like about this answer is that if this was written today, or if this was written in today's if this was written in today's context, if this was written by someone that was uber PC, they would say, what I was thinking, you just don't ask someone why they're black. Come on, Sasha, that's racist. But what I love, the thing I love about this answer is just, it's just so fantastic that the God we believe in just created us. Had this, the God that created us had this way of thinking that it'd be more interesting to have different types of people, that not everyone is the same. I really, really love this. I love Isayama. That was fucking brilliant, because it's not written as like something to, you know, divide everybody. Because something that happens, and I'm sorry, I have to talk about this because it's just, this answer was just really good. It's just something that's going on is a lot of people are saying that we're all one race, we're all the human race. And some people are just like, there's some SJWs that say race is a social context and all this fucking shit. And it's just like, huh? What the fuck are you talking about? And you could actually apply this answer to gender to boot. But I just really like that he flat out said that, you know, God thought it would be, you know, the God we believe in, or just God in general, thought that it would be basically boring if we were all the same. And I love that. I love that shit. And like, for the atheists that are probably gonna bitch, another way that Isayama could have written it would have been, wouldn't it be boring if we looked all the same? Like, that would have been a good answer too. I would have been totally fine with that, but I really like this answer a lot. So, who made us? Sorry, the string was in the way. So, who made us? Oh, Armin, that's a good question. The one being who bestowed power to the founder Amir. In other words, God. Some people think so. Just thinking about it is freedom, right? Oh my God, this answer! Isayama, this was brilliant! This was brilliant! Oh my God, I gotta read this again! I'm sorry, this video it might end up being an hour long, but God damn it, this writing is just really good. So who made us? The one being who bestowed power to the founder Amir. In other words, God. Some people think so. Some people think so. Just thinking about it is freedom, right? So what he's saying here is basically, some people, that not everybody believes this. That some people believe that God made us, and others believe, like, I think he's implying about, like, atheism and shit. But just thinking about it, like, this diversity of thought is freedom, right? I fucking love this. I love it so much. And oh my God, I think this is like maybe the third series I'm covering that's discussed. That the main theme or the main or underlying theme is about freedom and free will. If you want to read another series that's really doing a good job of going over the concept of freedom and free will, I really, really recommend Hoseki no Kuni. Seriously, I strongly recommend it. It's fucking that, especially the current arc is really doing a good job of discussing freedom and free will. I really love it so much. And another series that does it really well is Magi. Both Sinbad no Boken and Labyrinth of Magic, especially before the final arc got rushed. The final arc was doing a really good job about talking about free will. And in Sinbad no Boken, like throughout the whole series, which is the prequel to Magi, oh my God, there's a lot of good shit about, a lot of good stuff about free will as well. Reason why I'm bringing up Magi, and fuck, even in Orient we get a little bit about freedom and free will in the first fucking chapter. Reason why I'm bringing up like Magi and Orient is right after this video I'm going to be recording my live reaction for the second chapter of Orient. If you have not read Orient, which is Otaka's new series, you know, the mangaka of Magi, go read it. It is so good. And then the other series I would say that's doing a really good job with talking about the concept of free will in particular is Jagan. Jagan's doing a really good job with it right now, which I'm going to cover a little bit later today. Anyway, the world is much more complicated, implying that there are things we do not yet know. What's with the... Oh, God, I love this writing. The writing this month is so good. What's with this cooking? We're eating this? God, the food looks really good. Is this the first time you've had seafood? Man, I want lobster right now. Nicolo is a master of Marleyan cuisine. Damn it, why me? If you don't like it, then don't eat it, you Eldians. You guys are something like... it's delicious. Hey, no fair, Sasha. Nicolo, you're a genius. There's a cleaner way to eat. I'm starting with this. There's still more you could eat slower. The harbor will be completed soon. Seems like they progressed quickly since we borrowed the power of Marley and the engineers. They cooperate so well. Well, at first they were suspicious of one another, so it wasn't going smoothly at all. But as time went on, they addressed and faced one another without titles. Look at this. This is so cool. How they're working together. Oh my God. We certainly understand each other. Armin, did you see something in Berthold's memories? Nope, nothing useful in particular. Lies! Don't lie, Armin! Now is not the time! We know you saw something! We know you saw something! We don't have much time. Zeke's lifespan won't be longer than 3 more years. Yeah, but not only that. At this rate, we'll be proceeding according to Yelena and her comrades' strategies. Oh, yeah, that's right. Zeke's gonna die soon. Because remember, we're in 3 years in the past right now. So Zeke is going to die soon. So the next question would be, that I got for you guys, who do you guys think is going to inherit the Beast Titan? Who do you guys think is going to inherit the Beast Titan? Very curious. Are there problems with it? Or do you think that by the time we're done with this war, Zeke will die then? I got a feeling Zeke is going to die before the war is over. And before we, get to paradise. And I'm just very curious what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to get the Beast Titan? Are there problems with it? She said that we're seriously going to threaten the world with the earth and rumbling, and there's no other technique to protect the Eldian people. Well, it'll truly be a nightmare that will strike the world with fear. But can't we discuss it together before then? Once we have the harbor, we'll be able to discuss with Marley and other people around the world. Yes, Armin! Yes! Armin is correct! Armin is right. If we could solve our misunderstandings. Misunderstandings? What do you mean by misunderstandings? Okay. I'm gonna change my statement here. Armin, we're not gonna solve shit with Marley. Telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen at all. But with other people around the world, yes, we will be able to. We can solve the misunderstandings. We might have to fight a little bit, but I believe we can do it with other people around the world. Especially with Marley's, with the people Marley are at war with. I believe that is possible. Anyway. Ooh, and I just thought about this. What if, you know those people that were there at Marley when shit hit the fan? What if some of those people were our allies? Or are our allies? Very curious what you guys think. Because maybe they came there to see the treatment of the Eldians. This is an interesting thought here. Anyway, what do you mean by misunderstandings? That's why I'm saying that we shouldn't be feared. From the viewpoint of the rest of the world, we are monsters who transform into titans. There's no misunderstanding there, right? Well, now yes, but 3 years prior, probably not. But we've been making friends with the Marleyan people too. With who? Most of the Marleyan soldiers are glaring at the walls of the camp. Well, if we give them some time, and so we need time. That's right, for the sake of buying some time. We ought to do something to prevent any interference. Maybe there was a different way. Ooh! Now we're back into modern day. But look at Armin! If there was a different way, things could have happened. That's all I can think about. Today, there were funerals for the 8 people who had died from the campaign, including Sasha. I intend to understand Eren more than anyone else, even more than Mikasa, but I don't even know anymore. Eren even intended to do it alone, even by cooperating with Eren, or even by abandoning him, which would have been the worst option. At any rate, numerous people were killed. Battleships, military soldiers, and civilians were all dragged into this. It was the same as what happened to us on that day. Everything was suddenly snatched away. But if their naval port is going strong, the Marleyan forces will immediately launch an attack upon this island in retaliation. Our path to reconciliation has been cut off. But we had no other choice. Just like that day that you guys did it. Right, Annie? Please answer me with something. So, it wasn't just Rainer who thought about that shit. Remember that flashback we had with Rainer when they went to to take over the walls, or or not take over the walls, to go into recon and invade Paradise Island. No, it wasn't just Rainer who was having those flashbacks. It was Armin too. He was having the flashbacks as well. But I want to say something about this. And I know at the beginning of the chapter we saw the seashell. And then we saw the seashell in Sasha's hand. I really like the symbol, and I should have mentioned it before, but I can mention it really especially now. I really love the symbolism of the seashell, which is because of the harbor, and that we got to see the sea and stuff like that. But I want to talk about this. Armin realized right here. Now that we're back into, the main, I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going to get a little bit more, of what happened 3 years ago, leading up to the events that we had, leading up back to here. But I do want to say this about what Armin said. Armin, because of those memories that Armin had, he's basically saying, hey, history is repeating itself in a way, because he, just like Bertold and Annie and Rainer, they had no choice in the matter to do what they did. And you know, Armin is just, and these flashbacks and this whole chapter here has been Armin's reflection. You know, he's reflecting on, you know, the events that happened and if things, you know, could possibly change. But, you know, I will say this, it would have been possible. I think it's still, in a way, it's still possible, not with Marley, but with the other nations. And again, we don't know what was going on in the rest of that 3-year time span. We don't know. But I'm glad Armin, something I'm really glad, before we finish up this chapter, I have to mention, I'm really glad Armin realized that there was no other way to reason with the Marley. There's no other way. He thought, he was reflecting on it, and he realized that, you know, the Marley had their ships, they had their harbor, they were just, and, you know, they were going to do what they needed to do. They had no choice. It was the same thing with Annie, Bertold, and Rainer, and Armin realized in their situation in particular that they would have been killed if they didn't do it. So, I'm going to finish the chapter and then I'm going to read what Armin said again, because it's important. So it was reported as a victory. Isn't it dreadful to not know anything? Okay, so now I got to switch to Levi. I knew this video was going to end up being an hour. I just fucking knew it. Or at least 50 minutes. It's going to end up being an hour. I'm sorry, guys, but there's just a lot to talk about this chapter. I warned you guys that this was going to be a long video, but I didn't realize how long this was going to be. In all honesty, I really didn't. But now let's get back to here. I'm going to kill you and send back your dead body to Marley. Your conspiracy will become clear. Your grandmother and grandfather are dead, right? Levi? This is very sneaky. And so, if your so-called secret plan is indeed genuine, then I'll wait just a bit longer before I mince you. I don't mind one way or another. I love you, Levi. I'm grateful for your lenient words, but you'll make me meet up with Aaron. You'll make me meet up with Aaron soon? Eh? Won't you stop glaring at me? Oh my god. If we don't win, we'll die. If we win, we'll survive. If we don't fight, we can't win. So fight and fight. So each of them began to advance forward onto their own decisively non-intersecting paths. And then it's going to be continued next week. So I want to talk about what. First of all, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about the chapter as a whole, and then I really want to talk about what Armin said, and I'm going to talk about the end of the chapter. So this chapter was really good. Something that I'm a little bit disappointed in, and I'm wondering if it's because we're rushing a little bit, is I really wanted to see a little bit more of, you know, what was going on. Maybe we'll find out in upcoming chapters. Something I'm hoping we're going to find out in upcoming chapters, now that I think about it, is if we have allies on our side. Do I believe we have allies with, you know, the countries that are at war with Marley on our side? Yes, I do. I honestly believe Isayama is going to go this route. I really do. Because remember what Isayama said. Isayama is basing a lot of this shit off of the events in World War II. So I believe that Isayama is going to go this route. And I'm very curious what you guys think about that. And in regards to the Earth and rumbling, I really, really like that. Really love this. Really love what's going on with that we're getting the confirmation about that. We got the confirmation about this. I really and we also got confirmation Zeke is going to die soon. Zeke will die soon, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Very curious when you think he's going to die. Do you guys think he's going to die like right before we get to paradise? Do you think he's going to die like after his conversation with Aaron? I would love to see Zeke. If Zeke goes out, I want to see Zeke go out swinging. I want to see Zeke go out like a G. He needs to. Isayama needs to do that for Zeke. He really does. But anyway, the other, okay, and then I really like that how, you know, and we're gonna find this out when Zeke has his conversation with Eren, how long he's been planning this whole thing, the secret plan, how long it's been going on. Based on what I said throughout this video, what I'm thinking is he's been planning this ever since he was a kid. And what he did when he let, you know, the Marley go the way he did, and when he betrayed them, he did it to protect them. I really believe it. I fucking believe that shit. And we're going to get the confirmation when Zeke has his conversation with Eren, which I can't fucking wait. This shit is going to be so good. The other thing is, before we get to the Armin content, I fucking love Levi's dialogue. I love Levi, how much of an ass Levi is. I just fucking love it. Okay, so now I want to get to Armin, what Armin said. Because at the end of especially at the end of the chapter, something that I really like that Isayama did is how Isayama did Armin's character development, and that this whole chapter was basically Armin's flashback. And I really like that it was revealed as well that the Rainer, Bertolt, and Annie flashback was not only Rainer's flashback, if you think about it, it was also Armin's flashback, what Armin saw Bertolt's memories. So I'm glad we got that confirmation. The other thing I really like about Armin's character development this chapter, and I'm going to read the dialogue because I thought this was really, really good. I gotta read this line again. Or, where is it? Here it is. Today there were funerals for the 8 people who had died from the campaign, including Sasha. I intended to understand Eren more than anyone else, even more than Mikasa, but I don't even know anymore. Even Eren intended to do it alone, even by cooperating with Eren or even abandoning him, which would have been the worst option. I think... What do you guys think the answer to that question is? Do you guys think abandoning Eren would have been the best option, or cooperating with Eren? I think cooperating with Eren was ultimately the best option instead of abandoning Eren, because we ultimately got what we needed to do done. The mission was accomplished, even though Eren was being an idiot. We did what we needed to do. But anyway, something I'm hoping that's going to happen in upcoming chapters, and I just thought about this, is I hope that we're going to see how Eren really ended up in Marley, because it really wasn't explained in his conversation with Rainer. But anyway, let's keep going here. At any rate, numerous people were killed. Battleships, military soldiers, and civilians were all dragged into this. It was the same as what happened to us on that day. Everything was suddenly snatched away. But if their naval port is going strong, the Marleyan forces will immediately launch an attack upon this island in retaliation. Our path to reconciliation has been cut off, but we had no other choice. Just like the day that you guys did it. Right, Annie? Please answer me with something. What Armin is basically, what I really loved about this part of Armin's dialogue is Armin finally realized that words alone sometimes are not, words alone will not persuade the end, will not always work, and will not always win the battle. Words alone will not. And we've seen that time and time again. And that Armin realized that, you know, that we need to, in order to, you know, protect ourselves, we need to fight. We need to protect the people we love. And we know that Marley lost a lot of people, including the civilians and shit, but and we know they're going to retaliate against us, but if we didn't do it, because based on that flashback, what Yelena said, if we didn't do anything to stop it from happening now, similar to, you know, what, as I said earlier, what the Israelis did in retaliation to, you know, to the Lebanese, to what, like Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza, or like Hamas did, like when they were launching missiles. If they didn't do what they did, that it was good. They were going to be attacked no matter what, and they were doing what they could to prevent the attack from happening. So I really like that Isayama went this route with Armin's dialogue. I'm glad Armin is finally realizing that words alone cannot always, you're not going to win with just words alone. And then the other thing I really like, I love the end of this chapter. I got to read this again because the very end of this chapter was really great, because it really confirms Armin's dialogue. If we don't win, we'll die. If we win, we'll survive. If we don't fight, we can't win. So fight and fight. This is very important. It's not just physically. It can mean it's not just physical warfare. It's mental warfare as well. They're mentally preparing themselves for this. Because if you're not mentally prepared for this, you will automatically lose the battle. There's that saying about that shit. But I really, really love the writing this month was fucking fantastic. I really, really enjoyed the writing this month. I really did. I really, really did. I love especially Armin's character development. Armin's character development was goddamn fantastic. And also I really love, oh my god. What was the other thing? I really loved how, we found out about Zeke's secret plan. I really love it, and it's just making me curious how long he's been planning it. I'm very curious what you guys think in regards to that. And I know we're going to get the confirmation when Zeke has the conversation with Aaron, which I'm really excited about. So, my questions for you guys, and you guys could talk it out in the comment section. I'd love to see you guys talk it out in the Discord section, in my Nerdigan Zeke Discord as well, which I'll have the link in the description box. And if you guys also want, if there's a lot of comments and requests for it, if you guys want a live stream of this, like what I'll do is I'll stream Final Fantasy 15, and we could do you guys can ask me questions and whatnot, or just flat out do a live stream. We can do a flat out live discussion of Attack on Titan as well, because this chapter was just this chapter was good. What was the other thing I was gonna address? Oh, now I remember. What do you guys think? Because we saw this with the Warhammer Titan in particular. When the Warhammer Titan crystallized, the Warhammer Titan was able to open her eyes. Do you guys think this is going to happen with Annie? Do you guys think Annie is going to open her eyes in time and talk to Armin? I really would love to see that. I really would. Very curious what you guys thought of this chapter. Are you guys kind of let down that we're not going to get a little bit more of what happened leading up to these events? Part of me thinks we might when we get to Zeke and Aaron's conversation. I'm very curious if you guys think if that's possible. But I really like that this chapter was more about in reality, it was about Armin. Let's be real. This was more about Armin than anything else. Armin's growth as a character. Armin needed this growth. And you have to wonder why, at that time in particular, Armin didn't say anything about Bertholdt's memories. And I'm very curious when you guys think Zeke is going to die. Do you think he's going to go out in a blaze of glory, protecting Aaron, and give Aaron his blood then? That would be fucking cool. And what do you guys think of the events? And where do you think Isayama is going to go with in terms of if we're going to have allies, with the Eldians are going to have allies? What do you guys think in regards to that? What do you guys think of the writing this month? I fucking love this writing. I love going in depth with this. I'm sorry this video ended up being an hour long, but you Nerdigans told me that a while back that you wanted me to go do a thorough live reaction for Attack on Titan. I gave you a thorough live reaction, so there you go. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, like what you guys thought of this chapter, what you guys think is going to happen next, what you guys think Zeke and Eren are going to talk about, and what you guys like thought of Armin's growth as a character, and you know what you guys think of how long Zeke has been planning this shit. Like, I think Zeke has been planning it since he was a kid. I really do. I really fucking do. In all honesty, I do. Anyway, and also, I think Rainer, I don't remember, if I'm correct, Rainer is dead. If Rainer is dead, what do you think's gonna happen with his Titan? The Armor Titan. What do you think's gonna happen with that? And what do you think the fate of Gabby? Gabby's gonna come to our side, because Zeke's gonna set her straight. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below or in the Nerdigans Inc. Discord server. I have a special channel for Attack on Titan. The link is in the description box below. Also, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing, want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below as well. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!